Good afternoon to everyone. Let's start this webinar um, about the chat, Anaimo AI Chat, intelligent assistants, in the category of intelligence assistants. And what we're going to talk about is that ChatGPT, BERT, Llama, all these large language models are very powerful. But if you don't put control to that, they are not of valid use. I mean, they are more useful if you add control. So finally, the question is, how do I apply these large language models to my needs? How can I improve my business or my organization or my daily routine with them? So that's what we're going to talk about. And let us take a look to some examples. For example, I could increase my sales by helping the users of my website. That would be a possible use. I could reduce time helping my colleagues inside my organization by automating some procedures or by helping them with understanding those internal procedures. That could be also a benefit. 100%. Or it could make me save time by guiding my students in tasks or projects. If I was a teacher, for example, I could use Anaimo AI Chat as a smart or intelligent wizard or assistant. And in two words, there are infinite possibilities to apply this the power of large language models, but with, as I was mentioning, with control. Because without control, these large language models are not more than a web page where I go, or a chat where I go and I ask questions similar to a powerful Google, but I need a tool to guide that large language model, to guide it into my benefit, into my interests or my needs. So what is this tool that we're showing today? It's a tool that allows you to create and publish your own intelligent multi-language, fully customized chat assistant in minutes, in a matter of minutes. And how it works. You have to go to a platform, the Anaimo AI Chat platform, and there you have to register, and then you have to create a use case. We'll see later what a use case is. And you have to add instructions. Those instructions is what tells the large language model what it has to do. And then you have to test it and refine it. And then you publish the chat and you use it and you see if it is doing what you expected and what you wanted and what you needed. And if not, you have to refine it until it's ready as you need. And finally, you get the benefits. For example, as I was mentioning, let me remind of what we just saw in the previous slide. I can publish it into my web page, so it will help my web page users, or I can publish it in my internal intranet, in my company, in my organization, so that it can help my colleagues, or I could publish it for my students if I was a teacher, to help them with the task, to understand the next project they have to do. Many possibilities. It's a design tool, so we don't really know what it can be done, because it will be the users who will explore the possibilities and even show us what they are doing with it. So let's start. What a use case is. A use case refers to a specific type of help that the virtual assistant can provide to users. For example, a use case could be Help You Buy, where the virtual assistant would help users learn about a company and purchase its products. This is the answer that the Anaimo AI Chat gave to me when I asked it what a use case was. So Anaimo AI Chat is already helping our own users of the tool. So it's inside the tool too. And then after creating your use case, by the way, you can create as many use cases as you want. After creating the use case, you have to provide it with instructions. And instructions are the instructions the same word again, given to the virtual assistant so that it knows how to help users. So at the word, this word says, these are the instructions that you have to provide to the intelligent assistant to understand your objectives and to pursue them. Okay. So this again was the answer given by Anaimo AI Chat. It's important, as it says at the bottom of the slide, that the instructions serve to regulate what should be said and what not. This is important because although you have a slider which allows you to set or configure the creativity of the large language model, although you have that and you can put creativity 0, even though you do that, sometimes the uh, the large language model is still creative and is still inventing some things. So instructions are the things you use, or is the thing you use to avoid that from happening. Okay. So and once you have your own use case, we will see a demo in a few minutes. Once you have that use case, could it be integrated with other software or tools that you already have? And yes, you can. And integrations will avoid having to manually manage the chats. If you don't have the chats integrated with your CRM, for example, then you have to see all the chats that have happened and then get the data from them, get the contacts of your potential clients, and then put them into your CRM. If you have that integrated, that could be done automatically with a button. Or, for example, it could allow the assistant, the intelligent assistant, to access databases and or files to obtain or update data. In 2 words again, or in 3 words, you can have infinite possibilities once you integrate an intelligent assistant with your current systems. And you can request us for that integration, or you can do it your own by yourself. You can do it using the API that comes with the assistant. There's a public API documented. And what will be coming soon in next versions? Integration with WordPress is already available. We're waiting for the plugin to be published in the WordPress marketplace. And we're also working on the possibility of uploading instructions in documents. We will see now in the demo how you can put instructions by copying and pasting from a document. You will be able to upload the whole document, which will make the process easier. And it's going also to be possible to use WhatsApp. That the feature of the WhatsApp integration is going to be published next Monday, probably, or maybe Tuesday, but next week, in the beginning of the next week, we will be updating the platform with this WhatsApp integration. That's a very interesting feature, because you can create, for example, you can create a use case. If you are, imagine, a nutritionist, we're gonna see an example later about a nutritionist. Imagine you are a nutritionist, that you can create your own use case, which is directing or redirecting your users, the chat users, to your web page, or even trying to convince them to buy your services or to buy some products from you, and you can provide them links to Amazon, and then you are having a commission on every sale that happens on those Amazon products. And then you can connect that use case with a telephone number and provide or give that telephone number as a chat through WhatsApp to your potential clients, or you can put it publicly in your webpage, so that everyone who uses WhatsApp to communicate with your employee, with your virtual employee, will be having the power of these large language models as ChatGPT and similar. They will have the power of those large language models, but they will be selling your products. Okay, and so they will be providing links to your Amazon products, and you will be making money. So instead of a general chat GPT, let's say, instead of that, which is not helping you to make more business, you will have your own chat GPT helping or guiding your users to your interest. Okay. And what else do you need? We are open and happy to receive feedback from our users to know what should be our next steps. You can try it free. The demo that you're going to see right in less than 1 minute, that demo, you can register yourself, and you can try it for free for 7 days. And then after that, the cost is €5 per month. That's a limited time introductory offer. And let's start with the demo. As I mentioned before, we're gonna enter into the web platform. We're gonna create a use case. We will see a little bit how those chats that we create, how we can check those chats, and how we can see the likes and dislikes that users can make. And then we will manage that a little bit to understand the concept and the product. So I think you are not mute. So if you have any question at any moment, please feel free to ask. So the platform is here, ai.anaimo.com/chat. There I have already registered. I have a user and a password, and I'm gonna enter. I already have chats. There has been already activity with users. We're gonna put this on the left of the screen, and I'm gonna open a use case that I created, not to be now inventing and improvising. I just created all the fields that I'm gonna fill into the platform so that you can follow me. So once you enter into the platform, you're not gonna have chats. This is going to be empty, but this button here is the only thing you can do. So you are going to create a use case. So you hit on this, you click on this button, and there you have your use cases. Okay. So I'm gonna create a new use case. New use case. Here you have the button. I hope you can see my screen. If any one of you have a question or is experiencing technical difficulties, please tell me. So I click on new use case, and then it requests internal description. That's the description that I will have to distinguish between my different use cases. There it says welcome message. This welcome message is the message that will be shown to my potential users, to the users of my chat. In this demo, we're going to pretend that I am a nutritionist and that my name is John Smith. So I am a nutritionist and a personal trainer, and I want to have some help from the Anaimo AI chat, from this intelligent assistant. I want to have some help. So I am going to put here the welcome message. We will see how it comes out later. I have to put manual control words. These words are words that whenever the user puts these words or types these words, then I'm as a manager of this use case, I'm going to be notified that the user is requesting human intervention. Okay, it's like escape words. Then we have the attention words. Attention words is words that whenever the AI, let's say, says or shows these words, then I want also to be notified to see them, these chats, with a mark, an attention mark, because these are words that I need to control. For example, in this case, as I am a nutritionist, the attention words are recommendations. As you can see, it says, I recommend, I would recommend, we recommend you. to recommend recommending. So maybe I could put just recommend and cut. I mean, just put the common thing of all these words, and maybe it will be enough. So the purpose of this is that whenever the AI makes a recommendation, I want to be aware of that because I want to control what the AI does as a professional. Okay. Then I have the automatic message. This message will come out automatically whenever we are not responding in the time that we just put here, which is now 60 seconds. So if it takes, if the user, for example, says, I want to talk to John, John is the name of this fiction character that we just created for this use for this demo. So if the user says, I want to talk to John, and there are 60 seconds, and after 60 seconds, if John, which is me in this case, if John does not answer, then this automatic message will come out saying, we're busy, please send an email to John Fernandez, it says here, or whatever. Well, it was John Smith. Let me change this because it's not correct. Okay. So so it says, it's taken, it seems we're busy. Please send an email to John Smith at nutrition.com or call me at this phone number. And then there is another field that I need to configure before I have my use case ready, which is the automatic message in case going to manual mode. Please remember that you would go to manual mode whenever the user would type certain words. In that case, then this message will come out saying, I will put you, I'm transferring you to a human agent. They should be available on weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. as you can read. I hope you can read it on the right. So our use case is ready. The only thing remaining is I have to select the creativity that I want to my wizard, my assistant, intelligent assistant. And I'm going to put 0 because we don't want this particular assistant, we don't want it to be inventing things. We want it to be as precise, as factual as possible because we're talking about nutrition. So it's a kind of a serious matter. And so not much creativity at this point we need. But maybe another use case that you could create could be a game, or it could be something, I don't know, a different purpose, and therefore you might need more creativity. So I save changes. Now my use case, as you can see it there, has been created, nutrition and sports, according to the information. And the only thing I didn't put yet is the instructions. So I have a use case which is empty, which has no, apart from these messages, it has no instructions on what to do, no interest. So if I test it now with this button here, preview, what I'm going to do is every time I test it, I'm going to open a new web browser, not because I need to do that, but because it's clearer for you as attenders to this demo. It's clearer if we separate the tool to manage the use case and the chats that will be generated. That's on the left, and on the right we have like if we were a new user. Okay, so that's the use case that we just created. Here, as you can see, it comes out with a welcome message that I just copy and pasted. And now I'm gonna ask something. It is asking me my name and email. I'm gonna say my name is David and my email is this one. And I'm gonna pose a question. For example, as this chat could be, for example, in a web page of this John Smith fiction character that we just created. And that web page could be a nutrition and personal trainer web page. So the questions I would do here, I would type would be related to that. So I would say, for example, what do you think about the food pyramid? And please recommend me a simple sport to practice? A question. And then you're going to see that the answer that the large language models provide, these answers are general. So they might be kind of useful, but they don't generate any business for John Smith. So it says, hello, David. Thank you for providing your name and email. Regarding the food pyramid, it is a visual representation of the different food groups and the recommended proportions, for a healthy diet. While it can be a health food guide, it is important to know that individual nutritional needs may vary. It is always best to consult with a registered dietitian or nutritionist to create a personalized and balanced meal plan. As for a simple sport to practice, walking is a great option. So it's nice, but it's not helping John Smith, who is a nutritionist and a personal trainer. So now let's give our use case, let's give it instructions. So I have a button here at the bottom, I hope you can see it, which says edit instructions. I click on it, it's empty. Now I come back to my notes. These notes could be your brochure from your company, could be your internal procedures, a help guide that you have, or whatever, so that you just copy and paste. And in next week will be available a new version of the Anaimo AI chat platform, which will allow you to upload this document directly without having to do what I'm going to do now of copying and pasting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste these instructions. And these instructions are given information on how to react. But there are even more than just a reaction. So it's an understanding. So my assistant is going to fully understand, and it's going to make links on things I didn't even expect. And it's going to apply all the intelligence that it already has, to my instructions. And you're going to see it comes out with very interesting results. And what's more important, it sells. You'll see later. So I'm putting all the instructions. As you can see, this can take some time because instructions are getting inside the platform with a complex treatment. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. As you can see, it is treating, as I mentioned, it is treating every instruction in a complex way. We have even tried to speed up this process, but at this point, it needs to be this way. So I think I have copied and pasted all the instructions. Let me check. You're a virtual. If they ask about, if you read them, you will see these are common instructions that you would give to any employee. Any new employee in your organization would receive this briefing. So it's not a different thing. It's not complex. It's natural language. It's multi-language. I didn't mention this so far in this demo. It could be French, could be Spanish, it could be whatever the language. So let me check that I put all the instructions. If they request an email to contact, provide this. If they ask, a phone number. And please notice the latest three. If they ask for a recommendation for a simple, affordable sport that can be practiced, recommend jump rope. That's one. If they inquire whether the traditional nutrition pyramid with a carbohydrate base, respond that they have to contact me. I'm not John Smith. I'm pretending to be John Smith, a nutritionist and a personal trainer. This is a fictional use case. And for anything else they ask, tell them that you can provide your opinion, but it could be incorrect because you are just a virtual assistant. And to be sure, they should contact John Smith at nutrition.com or call this number. So now that we have all the instructions, let us try again. Well, I didn't mention that you can change the priority of these instructions. You can move an instruction up or down. It makes sense to put certain instructions above to give them more priority. But once you're ready, you can select your use case. This is the use case we're creating. And now I can click preview again. And once again, I'm gonna move this to the other browser just to make it clear for you what is inside the management, the Anaimo AI Chat management platform, and what's a potential user using the chat. That's on the right, okay? So let us repeat exactly the same question that we tried when the use case didn't have any instructions. Remember the question? The question was, my name is David and my email, but let's type here. So my name is David, my email is this, and what do you think about the food pyramid? And please recommend me a simple sport to practice. So let's see the answer now that it has instructions from us. So thank you for providing. It is important to know that the traditional pyramid, each person has unique dietary needs and preferences. It is best to consult with a nutritionist like John Smith to create an individualized nutrition plan that suits your specific goals and requirements. And let's see what does it answer to this sport recommendation. And for a simple sport to practice, I would recommend jump rope. So exactly the instructions that we have given it. So that's a complete success. And here it could be adding links to web pages. So it could be adding, for example, it could say, if you want to practice a simple sport, an affordable sport, I recommend that you practice jumping rope. And here you have a link where you can buy this material or these jumping ropes or whatever. And please, if I, for example, would say, okay, let me show you something. If I go here on the left back to see the chats, here I see all the chats that are happening in real time. This is marked in yellow because the AI said the word recommend. And if you remember, when we created the use case, we put some words that we wanted, that if the AI would say these words, we wanted these chats to be marked differently so that we can manage them, especially. So here it says needs management here on the bottom. So this is a chat that I would give special treatment because the AI is recommending. I can enter into the chats. I can participate manually. I could now type here and it will come here with a different icon. I wanted to show you, for example, let's continue a little bit automatically and then let's move to manual. For example, the person who was asking, remember, through WhatsApp also, this does not need to be on a web page. It could be a WhatsApp number that you are providing to your potential clients. So those potential clients could then say, okay, thanks. Can you please provide me contact to John? So it's important that you try this tool and you'll see how intelligent it is and how it does follow exactly your instructions. You could even say, be subtle on this, don't be too direct. My purpose is this, and it works very well. As you can see on the left, I am seeing the chats in real time. Those chats are being stored indefinitely, so I have all the contacts that are happening. And what's more important, people is typically giving a lot of information to these large language models, information about what they need, what they care. So that information is very useful in this case, in this fictitious case, would be very useful for a nutritionist, but it can be very useful for every business. And here I could enter and I could say, hello, I am John. How can I help you? And this will come out automatically on the chat, but with a different icon. We didn't try something which is nice. When they like the answers, they can hit on these like buttons, which appear here. And that's also useful to notice the type of recommendations that your assistant is providing and that the users are liking or not liking. So once you have managed your chat, the chats that appear and are created, you can click on this and you could delete it if it's no interest of you, or you could mark it as managed. Then the icon would change to a green icon. That means that it was managed, and it will come out. It will go down to the bottom of your chats because it doesn't need that urgent management. As I mentioned, this assistant is working already on web pages and is providing a valuable service. It's helping to sell and it's helping to hire people. And so far, so good. So I think the demo is done. And if you need more information about this product, please email us at marketing@anaimo.com, or you can visit our webpage, anaimo.ai or anaimo.com. And then there you have /chat if you want to go directly to this product. And you can, as I mentioned, you can register for free and try it for free for 7 days. And then the cost is very affordable. It's just €5 per month as for a limited time introductory offer. So I don't know if there are any questions about what we just saw, or if you want me to try anything special. Any question? Any comment? That's a good question. So you can, in the platform, you can invite other users or new users to your same account, to your same company account. And that means that those other users will see the same use cases and will manage, so that the team, your team, will manage as a team the use cases that you create. So that's very convenient for any company or for any organization which wants to manage different use cases. For example, one use case for their web page, one use case for another business line that they have, another business case for human resources to hire people or whatever. So that's a very convenient feature that the Anaimo AI chat platform has, that you can invite to your company new users or current users that they are already inside the platform, that you can invite them to your own company. So yes, you can do that. So any more questions? So once again, thank you very much for attending and for your interest. Please email us if you need more information, and hope to see you very soon in another webinar. Thank you.